I'm Red Robinson, and these are the legends of rock. Lou Christie's distinctive falsetto fueled chart toppers like Two Faces Have I and Lightning Strikes. I asked him about his voice and all those hits.
You know, I had, when I was quite young, I had, high voice, and then when it changed at like 12, I acquired the low voice and never lost the high voice. So I honestly don't know. I mean, I've had people study my voice and say he's got four sets of vocal cords and two vocal cords, an extra long one, and I mean, all kind of strange things, But I don't know. It's just something that it's natural. I have nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? All I do is I try to take care of it, by not damaging it, just being healthy as much as I can be.
But by keeping your health and standing on stage there singing today, I mean, to me, Lou Christie sounds not only as good as he used to, but better, in my opinion.
Well, I honestly feel better than I ever have in my life, and my voice just reflects it, And I do everything in the same key as I did, when I recorded these records back in early 60s, 62, 1, 60, whatever, and it's interesting that I haven't lowered the keys and, gone down and put them in instead of C to D and B, and they're all the same key.
But one thing I love about your music is you can't look at your music and say that the Lou Christie sound is something like someone else's sound. Everything you put out has got your own mark on it.
Yes, I don't think I was, I guess smart enough to go copy anyone else's. I never copied anything. I always did, I did what I felt. And that's one of the reasons, I chose singing, to do that. It was just my way of expressing myself. And I literally, I don't know how to play piano, I don't know how to play instruments, and I write all this stuff. So I write it in my head, and I hear the sounds in my head. So what I did in the studio when I produced was do what I felt, and it worked.
There was some controversy musically from certain disc jockeys and things about some of the words in your songs. In those days, they were more critical. Today, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I was talking the way everyone talked on the streets. It may not have, hit the adults at that point, but I used words like we were making out in the car, but that's what people did, and that was the controversy of a song called Rhapsody In The Rain, which was my follow-up to Lightning Strikes. And what I described was sitting in getting in the backseat of a car, the way people would do at drive-ins and that. You remember that, Red? And doing, making out, as I said, making love, and to the rhythm of the windshield wipers. So it became a little controversial.
But a song like Two Faces Have I, you write your own material. Where would you get an inspiration for something like Two Faces Have I?
I guess I like people, and I study people because I study myself to know myself. And I like to say things in other ways, and I like titles, and I like words. I like to play with words to know how to make them. They wanted me, as a matter of fact, when I recorded, they wanted me to call it "I Have Two Faces." And I thought, why do I have two? But the way I did it was like two faces have I, one to laugh and one to cry. It's much more poetic. It just is musically fits better too.
Rock with the Legends at redrobinson.com.